Hello student. In, in this session we are going to learn the NCERT class 6 history chapter 4 in the earlier cities. This is the second segment of this chapter. In the previous segment what we have learned that in the Harappan civilization is the oldest civilization of the world. It's considered as the one of the finest, or you can say one of the best civilization of this world. How the people of that time are very much intelligent. How they used to how they used to build the buildings. How they used to make the streets. How they used to make the wells. How they used to make the drains. How they used to do the different kinds of agriculture, and how they know from the distance, and then how they have to come with the raw materials just like the silver, gold, precious stone, and the other kinds of raw material. And then how the farmer used to know that by doing the cotton agriculture, that the cotton is the raw material by which after that for using that cotton they have to make their clothes. So this time we come to know that the people of that time are intelligent. They used to make the plan. After they make the plan in such an effective way that they used to give the model. So in the first segment of the video, we have covered all this point, saving an old building. Yes, in the today's time, in the present era, in the contemporary era, we have to save that evidence which is found by the archaeologists, by the historians, that years before the 5,000 years ago, this people used to live in the Mohenjo-daro, or you can say in the Harappan civilization, where this evidence we find in the present day Pakistan and the some part of the India, that is the Rajasthan and the Gujarat. So we have to keep them as important resource by which we come to know that what the people of that time did all these things, how they used to make it, how they use the baked brick and other such things which we going to help us. Then later on we come to know the story of the Harappa, that the Harappan city or the Mohenjo-daro we find nearby which river, that is the Indus River. In that the people are very much civilized. They used to live in the house, and the people are using the great bathing tub where they used to take the bath, and they have the two steps where they used to go in that bathing tub. And when they use that water, there is one drain where all the water used to come out from there, and it's going to the in the drainage system. Then we later will come to know that the people used to take bath in the special occasion, maybe the festival or the some rituals they have. Then later we come to know about that. What was the special about this city? The speciality is that the people used to live in the houses rather than you can say on the caves, in the forest, or in the or you can say nearby the river. So all the people have the houses. Those who are the rich, they have the two-story building, and the people who are the normal, they are also having the house. And if we talk about later, they have the interlock system. If you remember that they have the interlock system, earlier the people were not using any kind of you can say the cement, but that time the people used to use the natural tar and some kind of the you can say the plaster, which is they used to get from the nature, and they use it in the bathing tub, or you can say great bath, where there doesn't going to be leakage, or it doesn't going to help that time. And if we talk about further the great bath nearby, that in the upper side, all side you will find the rooms. So archaeologists and history found that you can say the boundary, or you can say their images. And but the satellite images we can say it, first of all, not of the satellite image, they used to get, when they used to dug up the land, they used to get the layers. Earlier people used to live over here over the 5,000 years ago. Then later when you come to know about houses, drains, and the street, yes, the people used to make very much good things over there. What kind of houses they have, like they use the big brick to make their house, then drains and the streets. Life in the city, the people used to live a very good life over there. They used to make the things by their own self, by the physical effort, by using their skill, and they used to sell it in the market. Whatever the raw materials they have to take from the distance land, then for by changing the raw material into the object, they sell it in the market, by which they fulfill the needs of the people. Now in this today's segment, what we have to finish closure look Harappan towns in Gujarat. Whatever the Harappan site which we found in the Gujarat, so we are going to discuss in that. And the previous segment we discussed the Lothal, the Chahudara, which is in the Rajasthan. So these are the places which we found in the Harappa civilization, which we are going to discuss in detail. Then the seals and the sealing. Yes, earlier the people of the, you can say the ruler of the Harappan or ruler of the Mohenjo-daro, they used the seal of which is making of the stone, but now they're using the different material for what kind of seals they make and the sealing. And mystery of the end, how the Harappan city is destroyed, nobody knows. Somebody says that is because of the flood, somebody says that is because of the people have left that place. So this is the mystery, where they went, where what had happened, nobody knows. Just the archaeologists and historians predicting that, and the scientists predicting, and nobody knows what's happened at that time, where all the people all went. Somebody says the first reason is flooding, or somebody says that due to the famine, somebody says it's due to the drought, and somebody says that because of the some ruler came over here, they used to fought with each other. That's why the people have to left this place. So they're predicting that what was happened at that time. So we can't say it with like what was happened the exact thing, because we didn't find any kind of evidence, any kind of proof that what was happened at that time. And the last elsewhere, like this kind of think where we found the other places, just like we are having the Harappan civilization, there are the other civilizations, just Egyptian civilization, which is of Africa, Rome civilization, which is of Italy. So there are the number of the civilization, but our civilization is considered as one of the oldest and the best civilization of the world. So now we are going in detail in this today's segment. Page number you have the 39, a closer look of Harappan towns in the Gujarat. A city of Dholaveri was located on Kadar West in the Run of Kutch, that is in the this place in Run of Kutch, where there was the fresh water and the fertile soil. And they will find the fresh water and the fertile soil. Where there was the fresh water and the fertile soil, unlike some of the other Harappan cities, which were divided into two parts, Dholaveri is divided into three parts. Each part was surrounded by the massive stone wall. So in the Dholaveri, they found the three walls which is surrounded by the massive, you can say they make the boundary with the stone walls, with the enter through the gateways. Now you have to enter with the gateways. You can't come where you can't came with anywhere or by you can say what jump like a दूसरी side, not like that. You have to come with a gate only, because they make a massive stone wall. None of the person can jump over it and come in the Dholaveri. Then this was also a large open area in the settlement where the public cremation could be held. Now the people who used to go to die, so there are particular places they used to cremate the people, or they used to burn their people. Other find include the large letters of the Harappan script that were carved out with the white stone. So in the particular stone, they used to carve with the white stone that perhaps inlaid in a wood. Means in the particular wood, or in say the particular stone, they used to inscribe with the white stone, that the people come to know that what they have passed the order and they have to read. So this is a unique find, as a generally Harappan writing has been found on the small objects such as the seal. So they used to find it on the particular writings of the Harappan civilization on these seals. So till today, some of the, you can say, the writing we didn't found what have written at that time, what are their writings, what they are understanding, and what kind of language they used to speak. We don't know, and still the people are finding what they try to speak, what they try to learn. The city of Lothal stood beside the tributary of the Sabarmati, is the near the Sabarmati in Gujarat, close to the Gulf of the Khambat. It was situated near the area where raw materials such as semi-precious stone were easily available. So this side we easily found the semi-precious stone, cell and the metal. There was also a storehouse in the city. Many seals and the ceiling, the impression of the seals on the were found in the storehouse. Now, what they were there? There were also a storehouse in the city. Many seals and sealing, the impression of seals on were found in the storehouse. A dockyard at the hotel. Now you can see this picture of the Lothal. A dockyard at the Lothal. The huge tank may have been a dockyard where boats, ships, and came from the sea. through the river channels, and goods were probably loaded and unloaded here. Means the people who used to take the raw materials or the goods, they used to take from the distant land by the rivers. They used to come in the this came in the this river, and they used to loaded and unloaded the materials that is in the Khambat. Now come towards the next. A building that was found there was probably a workshop from making beads, where we found that some of the shop or the workshop they used to make the beads, piece of stone, half made of beads, tools of bead of making. Now they have the number, they find the number of the tools of making the beads and finish the beads have all have been found there. So the archaeologists have found the evidence that they found the red stone, they found the beads, they found the tools, how they make the beads and how they make the holes and how they make the orange. All this evidence they found by the archaeologists. Now come to the next topic, that the seals and the sealing. Seals may have been used to stamp bags or the packets. Now the seals may have been used stamp bags or the packets containing goods they were sent from one place to the other. These are the things which they used to send from the one place to the another, which I have already discussed, that they used to load the material and unload the material because they used to take the loads from the distant land by the river channels, and in the Lothal, in the you can say the Gulf of Khamba, they used to unload that material and load the material to take that particular material to the distant land. So seal may have been the stamp bags or the packets to show that this particular product is made in the Mohenjo-daro, containing the goods that were sent from one place to another. After a bag was closed or tied, a layer of wet clay was applied on the knot. Now, when the bags were tied, they used to put wet clay, यानी गीली मिट्टी उस पर लगाई जाती थी, and the seal was pressed on it, just like this. First, they used to put wet clay and they put a seal pressed on it, by which the people come to know that this particular goods were come from the Mohenjo-daro. So the impression of the seal was known as the sealing. So when by the impressing that seal, consider this as the wet clay, and if I impress this seal over there, so this people used to call it as the sealing. The sealing was intact. One could be sure that the goods had arrived safely. The mystery of the end, which I already explained, none of the scientists, none of the archaeologists, none of the historians don't know what had happened, where the people of the Mohenjo-daro or the people of the Harappan civilization went. They just predicting what was happened at that time. So around 300 years ago, we find the beginning of the major change. People stopped living in the many of the city. Now the people stopped living in many of the city. Writings in weights were no longer used. Now the writing and the weights were no longer used. Raw material bought from the long distance being rarer. Now the people used to take the took the raw material from the distant land. Now we find very rarely, because now the people are not that much in that city. In the Mohenjo-daro, we find the garbage piled up on the street. Now, what the archaeologists find that number of the garbage are piled up. Now, no one is there to cleaning the street, to clean the city, to clean the village, and to clean the countryside. So the drainage system were broke down. Now the drainage system were broke down, and the new and the less impressive house were built. Now they used to make the new and the impressive house were built, or even over the streets. So what did all this happen? We are not sure. I already told you that none of the historian, none of the archaeologists, none of the scientists find that what was happened at that time. If you watch the Mohenjo-daro movie, they show that in the hand, due to the flood, that the city is going to vanish in that particular water. But I don't think that type of thing is going to happen, because we are predicting, we don't know, we didn't find the evidence what was happened at that time. So it's just a mystery. Some scholars suggest that the river dried up. Others suggest that there was the deforestation because of cutting of the trees. You can say that it might happen that people not going to live over there for over a long period of time. This could happen because fuel was required for the forest. Sorry, for the baking bricks. Yes, fuel was required for baking the bricks and for smelting copper ores. So maybe they are exhausted from the fuel. They don't find any kind of fuel for making the bricks and for making the smelting of copper ores. Besides grazing by the large herds of cattle, sheep and goat may have destroyed their green cover. in some area there were the floods. We can say that, which I already give you that somewhere the people thought that they were the floods over there, but none of this reason can explain the end of the city, that is the Mohenjo-daro. We can't say it because of this region, this particular city is going to destroy. Maybe the flood, maybe you can say the deforestation, maybe you say the exhausted of the fuels. So flooding or a river drying up would have had an effect in the small area. So they have the effect on the small area. It appears as if the rulers lost the control. Somebody says that it may be happen that some rulers have lost their control. In any case, the effect, the change are quite clear. The effect of change are quite clear. Now this side you find in the present day Pakistan, that is in the Sindh and the West Punjab. West Punjab. The Punjab is in India as well as in the Pakistan. So West Punjab is in the Pakistan, where you find this site in the Sindh and the Punjab, which all these places are in the present day Pakistan, were abandoned. Now they are, you will find the abandoned. You will find the just broken, you can say the buildings, the broken site, where you will find only just the boundary and nothing else. Well, if you want to watch it, you can check it out in your textbook as well as on the internet, where you find this picture of the Mohenjo-daro, where the people, those who are the tourists, they went over there to look after the what the beautiful site and how the people used to live over there in the Mohenjo-daro, because which is the one of the oldest civilization of this world were abandoned. While many people moved into the newer, smaller settlement to the east and the south, new city emerged about 1400 years later. Now the new cities emerged about 1400 years later. That's what we're going to learn in the next chapter. Now come to the elsewhere. Find the Egypt in your atlas. You will have to find the Egypt. Egypt is in the North America, sorry, Africa, not in America. It's in the Africa. You will find the upper side of the Africa, that is in North. Most of the Egypt is the dry desert. Yes, it is true that it is a dry desert, except for the lands around the river Nile. Around 5,000 years ago, king ruled over the Egypt. Around 5,000 years ago, who ruled over there? The Egypt ruler. This king sent the army to the distant land to get the gold. Now here the king used to rule, sorry, who used to order their peasants, their farmer, or you can say the people, that you go to the distance and you go to the different places to get the gold, the silver, ivory, timber. Timber is the wood, and the precious stone. They also built a huge tombs known as the pyramids. You already know what the pyramid is. So this is the pyramid which they used to meet. Till now we find it. A number of the people used to go over there in the Egypt to see these pyramids, because the mummies, if you want to know detail about it, you can watch the mummies movie, where there are the 5 to 6 series of that, where you will come to know about who are the rulers, how they made the mummies, how they made these pyramids, how they made the how they made the tombs, how they used to make the graveyard. Until today, we find the such mummies. If you want to see the real mummies, you can go into Baroda. In the museum, you will find a real mummy where still you can see the skin of that particular person. Still now is that it didn't going to be disappear, and you will find its bone as well. It didn't going to be replicate. So how, what kind of material, what kind of you can say the Ayurvedic, or what kind of medicine they use to protect their skin, to protect their bones and protect to their body. So all the sculptures, you can say all the skeleton, all the skin, all the flesh, till now we find that. And you will, if you want to see the real mummy, you will see in the Baroda museum. If you want to see that, so you can go in the Baroda, visit to this museum and see this real mummy. And now they also build, when they died, the bodies of the king were preserved in the buried in this pyramids. Yes, those were the king who died, so they used to preserve in this pyramid. In that pyramid, they used to put the gold, the silver, and all the other amenities which was liked by the king. So they used to put each and everything in that particular tomb, and they used to build this pyramid over them. Is the body was known as the mummies, which I already explained. Like the people used to put in the tomb, and they used to call it as the mummies. A large number of objects were also buried with them. I already explained. They used to put all the amenities: gold, silver, animal, fruits, lots of amenities they used to put with them, and they showed that they was like After that, there is a thought that they have the like idea, or they used to predict that after the death there is a life. So this include the food and the drink, clothes, ornament, utensils, musical instrument, weapons, and the animals. Sometimes even serving men and women were buried with the rulers. Now, whosoever the rulers were dead, so with them, the man and woman also will bury those who are the slaves, those who are the servant of them, or you can say those who are the dearest person to them. So they used to put that particular person with them. That you can do this, you can do that. So like think about it. When the ruler used to die, what they used to put with them? Utensils, the musical instrument, the ornaments, whether it's of gold and silver. Then they used to put the food, drinks, clothes, everything. Which I used the word the amenities. They used to put everything with them, and they also buried the man and woman with them. So these are the amongst the most elaborate burials known as the world history, so which I already explained about the Egyptian civilization. This is we call it as the Egyptian civilization. We have read about the Harappan civilization, and somehow we read about the Egyptian civilization, how they were rich in their where they're doing the work, what are the things they do, and what is going to be happen. So far in this chapter, what we have learned that how old this civilization is, how it is important, how it has the people to make the buildings over a period of time, their mind develops, how they make the plan, how they make the beautiful buildings, how they used to make the great bath, how they used to make the streets, how they used to make the wells, how they used to make the drain, how they used to make the channels, that too in the straight in line and with the you can say specific measure. For measurement, they use this special stone, which is of like the exact measurement. Some stone are small, some stone are in mid, some stone are big. Then later on, when they come to, they used to make the ornament of the beads, the gold, the silver, and in the red color stone, they used to make a hole by which they can make the ornament, or they can pass the string of the gold, silver, and the other thing by which the people can make the ornament and can wear it. One more thing which we find that time, if we talk about the sculpture, that man, where how the people used to know that how they have to make the beard, and they also know that how to wear such a beautiful cloth, because the farmer who used to do the farming, so the cotton is the raw material. By transforming that cotton into the clothes, and in that cloth they used to make the embroideries, which we come to know that the people of that time, they know what kind of clothes they have to use and what kind of embroidery they want to do. Then later on, you come to know that the people used to travel the distance and to taking the raw materials from the different parts of the, you can say, the places, just like the gold, silver, wood, timber. The wood is itself a timber and the other materials. So the people used to take that materials from on the tongas or on the bullock carts, and then we come to know what if we talk about the Lothal, if we talk about the Khamba, where the people used to come in the ship or in the boat to take the loads from the distant land, and they used to load and unload the material on the Gulf of that Khambat. Then later we'll come to know how the people were civilized at that time, because not only the man used to do all the work, both male and female. We can't say it in the exact way, but we are predicting that. But both male and female, they used to work together in everything, whether it's of household work. If we talk about the agriculture work, if we talk about they used to make the handicrafts, and all the people used to come together and do the work. Then later we come to know about that people used to take bath in the great bath, and that great bathtub, and in that the people have the, like they make the two step, because that is that much in deep, and people used to take bath in that. After bathing, they used to remove all the water from this drainage channel, and after that they used to use that great bath for the special occasion, you can say for the special rituals or the special festivals. These people are enjoying each and everything. They used to do the all the work collectively. You can't say that alone they used to do the work, but how the city, whosoever the ruler were there, so they use the sea. Like if I want to send my material to the particular places, so what they used to do that they used to put all the materials in the particular bag, then tie that particular bag, and they put the wet clay on it, and that by which they used to press the seal on that. They used to call it as the sealing. After that, they used to send that particular goods or the materials by which the people used to come to know that this particular material is from the Mohenjo-daro city. And later on, come to know about the mystery of the end of the end. None of the not a psychologist, none of the historian, none of the archaeologists, none of the scientific did not know where the people of the Mohenjo-daro city went. Somebody is predicting a big due to the flood. Somebody is predicting that due to the ruler losses power. Somebody is predicting that the people are not taking the interest to leaving the city. They left the city. Somebody is saying that the people are not. Uh, taking the raw materials from the different parts of the places. Now the garbage are piled up over each other. Now the drainage is were destroyed. Now the people are come with the effective plan. They used to make the huge buildings, and there's a number of such things by which we can say that the people don't know what has happened at that time. Somebody is saying because of due to the deforestation. Somebody is saying due to the exhausted of the fuels, because they are not going to bake the clay. So bake the clay, and by which they make the bricks, and by making the bronze, so they don't know what has happened at that time. Then afterwards we come to know about the somehow about the Egyptian civilization, that at that time the people used to live in the Egypt. When the rulers were died, so they used to put in the particular tomb. In that tomb they used to put the food, drink, clothes, ornaments, utensils, musical instrument, and the person who are favorite to them, just like we talk about the servants. So male and female, they used to buried with them, and on that they used to make the pyramid. So we used to call it as the mummies, which I already explained. If you want to see the real mummy in India, so in the Baroda there is one museum. You find a real mummy. There is one coffin, or in which there is the particular person. You will find that particular person with the skin, with the bone, and what kind of medicine they were used. It is written over that particular page that what kind of medicine they use. That till now we find that skin and the bones of that particular person. So far we discussed how we discover this Mohenjo-daro city, and which we used to call it the Harappan civilization, which is the one of the finest, one of the oldest, and one of the best civilization of this world. I hope you like this video. Thank you.